Well, I'll be. Was that a smile just now?
You know, I'm reminded of where Sothis called it fate. Because it's true, no matter what route I'm in, no matter what actions I take, that action is fated to happen. And as a result, I go after Kranya every single time. Which results in Sothis giving up her power to us.
Part 1. White Clouds. Wyvern Moon. Field of the Eagle and Lion. From on high, flocks of wyverns roar in chorus and soar the pristine skies, heading south for the winter. Fodlan's children lend their hands to winter preparations by gathering firewood and catching fish from the river's cool waters. Yet all the while, their gazes are turned skyward, drawn to the magnificent sight above.
That's a nice, harmonious picture. So what now? Anything? Not yet, Mercedes. Doesn't look like it.
Professor, you already know about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, correct?
Right. Okay, I guess only the name.
I see. In that case, allow me to fill you in. It's a large-scale mock battle between the rival houses that takes place every year.
Its scale is incomparable to the mock battle we fought during the Great Tree Moon. It will take place in the vast Gronder Field. That is in Empire territory to the southeast of Garrick Mach.
Whichever house defeats the most opponents wins. Of course, the professors also fight alongside their respective houses.
Well, usually. Professor Manuela is being prudent. She will not be participating this year. Since his longtime rival will be absent, Professor Hanneman has also declined.
What should I do?
Oh, don't worry about us. You know you want to see the kids in action.
Are you feeling any better, Professor Manuela?
Thanks to all of you. But I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see me collapsed. Well, not on the battlefield anyway.
She's the last person I need to get. I might recruit the two. Well, it's kind of early for that. I'll at least start working on their supports as well.
Correct. We will not be participating. Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily, or at all.
One of you has the golden deer, the other of you have the blue lions, and I have the black eagles. This'll be the time. The only unit I've recruited is Lysithia for this exact reason. I'm going to have every single unit I've ever taught on that battlefield, minus Flame.
Well put. We've spent the past few months pushing our students to their limits. You can see me in the infirmary after they destroy you.
Uh-huh. If I'm the only professor present...
We have taught our students well. There is no need to hold back. Challenge them with everything you have.
I don't think you want everything. 'Cause I've been working on some stuff. It just needs a little fine-tuning. Nothing. Well, that entire map just gave me a whole bunch of nothing. In addition, no supports as well. Caspar didn't get his B with Shamir. And yeah, it just didn't happen. Alright, that's fair. Now we have Flane, who only has 2 supports. Right. Oh, we can do some certifications. We have... What's wrong? Why can't Dorothea... Hello? What? Wait a minute, what? She's only a B. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we'll hold off on that then. But Lysithea, you're definitely regaining your power. A warlock. All right. Okay.
Perfect comprehension.
Well, nothing else to do but to explore.
This monastery is more dangerous than I expected.
Yeah.
It's likely that our foes have infiltrated the ranks of the teachers. And there may be others of questionable character about as well. If you ask me, there is something amiss about that old man, Tomas.
I feel like I never listened to that for Sothis in the beginning. Because Tomas was completely off my radar. And the Golden Deer. You know, he helped out Claude, a whole bunch of other stuff. And here we go.
Professor, do you have a second? It's about Monica. Does she seem off to you? She was in prison for a long while, but she seems to have recovered almost instantly, and she's been bizarrely cheerful.
Now that you mention it.
You see what I mean? I wonder if she's straining to seem happy just to make people comfortable. And why is she so close to Edelgard anyway?
There would have been so many red flags going off if I played the Black Eagle route first. Huh.
What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later to...
Oh, hello, Professor.
Yo, you remind me of Artura. Oh no!
Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment.
Oh, I can see where this is gonna go.
Sorry, Professor. I've got a lot of questions to ask Adel here.
You seem suspicious as heck. That red hair doesn't look like the noble red like Uzume has. It's like Artura, like I said.
Since I couldn't graduate last year, I really want to make sure I can do so this year.
Like she looks in the eyes, especially. No, I don't trust you. You're the first redhead that I immediately... Hubert, I know you gotta be...
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is a free-for-all contest
Now,
among
Hubert,
the three classes.
focus on Edelgard, man.
If you are victorious, the Archbishop will no doubt present you with a reward.
That doesn't matter. Consider me,
Just what I thought you'd say.
I thought you'd like that.
Definitely.
She screams, I'm about to ruin everybody's life.
Oh, hello, Professor.
You look twisted. You look like something's wrong. You look... Oh, Edelgard. I can't do anything. I can't do anything.
What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later to...
Oh, hello, Professor.
Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment.
Sorry, Professor. I've got a lot of questions to ask Adel here. Since I couldn't graduate last year, I really want to make sure I can do so this year. Don't worry. I won't participate in any assignments, so as not to take any attention away from the younger students.
What?
I look forward to learning from you, Professor.
Yo, where's my sword? Where's my... Wait. Okay, that was Edelgard. I was about to say, there's no way.
Sorry, since I... Don't worry. I won't participate in any assignments, so as not to... I look for...
Yeah, I didn't think so. I was about to say, I know you didn't just... You not gonna participate in any assignments? So as to not... You little... Petra, come here. I just need violence. Oh no, no, that's not what I wanted.
No use.
That's not what I
My heart is
wanted.
full of victory.
Okay, who's next? Please. Alright. Alright. Petra doesn't have her
My
battalion.
heart is full of victory.
She's still nerfed. Dimitri? Because she'd be critting otherwise.
One more success.
Claude. Alright.
I will not be stopping.
I wonder how the actual battle will go. Felix. Oh, she didn't take any damage, right?
I will win.
Oh!
One more success.
You saw it change! Well, that's new. An intermediate seal? Who needs that? No one, that's who. Maybe I can get happy. Maybe now's a good time to get happy.
Along with Flame, we found another female student who went missing last year. But now the combat professor Yuritsa has vanished. His origin begged many questions, so there were plenty of objections to his appointment here.
Then who approved it?
He is apparently from House Rim of the Empire, but he was adopted from another family, or so they say. Anyway, there hasn't been much good to be said about House Rim in recent decades.
I heard that, Hubert. And if I remember correctly, isn't this... yeah.
Ah, I see. So you are Gerald's child. You so resemble your mother.
Who might you be?
I am nothing more than a common monk. I knew your parents, once upon a time.
Yeah.
I've been gone from the monastery for some time now, because... well, it matters not. Might I ask a favor of you? Do you mind terribly picking up some fresh flowers to place upon your mother's grave? I am certain she'd be deeply moved to receive a gift from you.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it? Yeah. What? Okay, I guess what I have is not... Wait. She had a last name? Oh. Esner? Huh. So is that my last name? Interesting. Linhart.
I'm just absolutely exhausted. I swear to you, Professor, every month we're worked harder than the month before.
Yeah, but it should be smooth sailing from now on.
I had imagined the Academy as a chance to possibly relax before our lives began in earnest.
You came to the Academy to relax?
After graduating, we'll enter into noble society, which means contending with all the intrigues and dramas that entails.
Yeah.
I want to just postpone life for a bit. Fish, nap under a tree, skip out on lectures, and... well, not your lectures, of course, Professor.
Your actions speak louder than your words. But, alright. Dimitri?
Flame and Monica, was it? I'm glad they were returned safe and sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you want something?
I guess not to do.
So it is.
You don't have that relationship. Wait a minute, what did you have to say about all this?
Professor, when you feel that first refracted
Nah.
you will have to...
I ain't trying to hear that. Ferdinand?
You know, the Empire used to control all of Fodlan.
I remember.
But after the Civil War, the northern region split off and became the Kingdom. Later, the eastern part of the kingdom seceded to become the Alliance.
And now my question is, who's Pan?
There are 3 powers today, but 1,000 years ago, we were all united as one. Even now, among the nobles of the Empire, there are some who dream of reunifying Fodlan.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't think it was Rhea. I'm pretty sure it was the Agarthans, and Edelgard used the idea of bringing Fodlan back together, because regardless of what the army thinks, it's the nobles she'd have to convince, and appealing to their greed and lust for power, I think, would be a way of doing it. So I don't think... Or you could try to appeal to their good nature and say it's better for us to control the rest of Fodlan. But I do not think most nobles are wanting to do what Edelgard is suggesting. But I could be wrong. Bernie?
Hi, Professor. Want to know something? Gronder is in the territory of House Burgrees in the Empire.
That's why you were there.
It's right next to my home, the region of House Varley. Oh no. What if my parents come to watch? Ah!
I don't think nobles are allowed to watch.
Really? Are you sure? You wouldn't say that if you weren't completely sure, right?
Well, in this case, they won't be there, so I can at least assure you that. Scythia.
Why would we go all the way to Gronder Field? It's idiocy to travel that far.
Once again, I'm not exactly disagreeing.
It may be a tradition, but it takes forever to get there and is exhausting. So pointless. I guess there's nothing to be done about it. Even by you, Professor.
Now that is a question. But no, I do not think Rhea would budge on that particular point. Alright, this is the fishing competition.
Welcome to the monastery fishing tournament. You look confused. Didn't Seta tell you about it? Just catch whatever fish Flame requests. Show any fish you catch to Flame. I have a favor to ask.
Alright. I'll definitely have to do that.
Yes.
Flame.
Will you be taking part too, Professor? I must admit I am quite excited. I cannot recall the type of fish I was hoping to dine on. So, if you do manage to catch a fish, do you mind bringing it for me to see?
Alright.
Yes.
Give me a minute. A minute. I think I got it. Is that 5 stars? There we go.
Professor.
Alright. Now.
Oh, let's see. Did you catch something? No way.
Alright, be Raph.
So you are joining the fishing tournament? That's great, but you don't stand a chance against me.
Uh-huh.
I just caught this beauty. I bet you can't catch a bigger one of the same kind.
2. So I gotta
All right, let's see what you got. I lost? But how? I guess I underestimated you, Professor.
It's alright, man. They gave me like 50. Ooh, an axe. Iron axe. I will take that. Petra.
I am happy that you will have participation. Maybe you and I both can have a small contest with each other? We will both have catching of the same fish type and do comparisons. Whoever has the fish with the biggest size will be winning, okay?
Alright. 3.
Show me the fish, so we can see whose has the biggest size. I will have comparisons now. Your fish has way more size. I have had losing. I have lost.
Again, it's okay, and I'll take the weapons. And...
Oh, you caught one! Yes, yes, yay! This is it! This is the fish I have been pining for. I am so pleased. I shall cook it up immediately.
Thanks.
No problem, Flame. Dorothea spends a lot of time here.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is coming up soon. Feeling confident?
Yeah? Very.
That's the spirit.
She said the same thing in every route. Interesting. Claude.
Going all the way to the Empire for a mock battle? This is serious business, and there's a reward to be had as well. I'd really like to win this thing.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck. Okay, well, for the moment, let's see. Check Edelgard's possible supports. Only thing I can do is try to get her up with Hanneman and Manuela. And they wouldn't, I don't think they join now because, you know, they got another class. After the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, they probably will. So, with that being said, I guess what we'll start with is Linhardt and Flame.
This is my favorite.
Huh.
I'm rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
I just thought they would have a unique line.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
Okay, guess not. And their support did not unlock. Huh, alright. Well, I did manage to get one with Caspar, his and Hilda's. Okay. Oh, and I got Edelgard and Manuela's. Well, that's an improvement. Now this is interesting. Hanneman and Dorothea actually have a support. What's that about? Did they get it? Okay. And then we're gonna look at some supports this episode. Let's see who else I can get. Alright. That does it for my supports. Oh yeah, we got 5. I imagine this episode was kind of on the short side, so, and plus not much happened. Let's start with Ferdinand and Marianne.
Ah, Marianne. Praying to the goddess?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. So persistent in your devotion. I quite admire that about you.
Oh, no. It's not like that.
No need for false modesty. I hardly know anyone with more piety.
Not exactly the case, man.
I need to be going.
Wait a moment.
Oh, yes? Did you need something?
I have a suggestion. I have been meaning to tell you about it for a while. Have you ever considered projecting more confidence?
Not as easy. Again, man.
Your every word is laden with pessimism and devoid of enthusiasm.
There might be a reason for that, Ferdinand.
To gain the trust of commoners, you must appear self-assured at all times.
And that's far from her mind.
I have no need to earn the trust of the common people as a noble. All I want is to live a quiet life and to not be a bother to anyone. I dare not hope for anything beyond that.
But you are the only daughter of the esteemed Margrave Edmund.
Esteemed?
Regardless of what you hope for, you must concede that you have inherited certain responsibilities by virtue of your birth.
He's not even her real father, man.
If that's the case, then I don't care to be a responsible person. Farewell.
One would think she does not wish to be a noble.
Well, you know, yeah, in her case, with her crest. Alright, what next? I think I'll go to Dorothea and Hanneman.
Ah, time to relax.
Professor Hanneman, do you have a moment to talk?
Of course, Miss Dorothea. Whatever is on your mind.
I heard you were once a member of the nobility, and you surrendered your title to come here.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
Indeed, I was a noble once. Why are you so curious about that?
I knew there was something noble about your speech and your perfect manners.
That's fair.
You're always impeccably dressed, too, and you have a certain pride about you. What interests me is that you threw it all away. Why?
That's quite a personal question, isn't it?
I threw nothing away, child. In fact, by stepping away from its trappings, in my heart I feel closer than ever to the true meaning of nobility.
Really?
How so?
I guess that's more along what Edelgard's going for.
Consider this. At its inception, the concept of nobility assumed that the greatest among the populace would rise to power. In my mind, I believe that means those who value knowledge, those who strive for more and wish to protect and guide their fellow man.
I agree.
However, in practice, nobility often serves to keep those deemed commoners down, segregated from those who, by chance, were born to a noble family.
And I also agree.
That is one of the reasons I decided to leave that nonsense behind and dedicate myself to the study of crests. Though I have abandoned my position, in my mind it was to pursue what I consider to be a truly noble pursuit, that of knowledge.
I like that, Hannah Man.
I see. Well, you're definitely a noble in that sense of the word. To pursue such admirable ideas without regard for your social position. How wonderful.
Pardon?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just very moved by your words.
Ah, well, I'm quite pleased to hear you say so.
Well, that was nice. It almost seemed like, you know, it was complete. But there's going to be a B and an A. I wonder what that will come from. Now we have Petra and Cyril.
Cyril, you are always having great passion and hard work. You give inspiration.
Aw, just doing my job.
I could say something right now, but I'm not.
There is no need for showing humility. You work with hardness. I mean, you work hard. It makes me have curiosity. Can you tell me what plans you hold for the future?
The future? I don't know anything about the future, but I'm kinda busy, so can we talk later?
I have had the learning that you are from Elmira.
Okay.
Everyone has the saying that it may be hard to move up in the church for you.
Which is... yeah?
But even with that, you always have passion and work with hardness. What fills you with determination?
I work because I work. It's what I do here. And, you know, I really want to make myself useful to Lady Rhea, so I can repay the big debt I owe her. Lady Rhea gave me a home when I didn't have one.
Yeah?
I understand the feeling of need for repaying debts.
Yeah.
But does it give you difficulty, being a great distance from your home for so much time?
Elmira's just where I was born. It's not like I've got family there. If you love your homeland and want to go back, then that's nice, but it's not a thing I want to do. I like where I am. The best future I can think of is if things stayed like this forever.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, didn't people dislike... one of the reasons people dislike Cyril is because of Rhea?
Yes, I have understanding. You and I have similarities. But at the similar time, we have differences.
Maybe. Hey, I still got a lot of work. Better get to it.
Cyril does not want to speak about his land of home? It gives me curiosity.
I wonder where that one's gonna go. And admittedly, it does fit, I will say, it does fit better in the Golden Deer, I feel. Because how many people does Cyril even have a support with now? Just Petra. Just her. And most likely I won't even get their A rank. So yeah. Ooh, Marianne too. That'll help. Alright, let's go to Caspar and Hilda. Oh my goodness!
That doesn't feel good at all. Ugh, why did he have to punch me so hard?
What happened?
Hey, Caspar. Something the matter?
Oh, hi, Hilda. Yeah, I just got in a little fight. No big deal. Definitely won.
Right.
Your face is all swollen. That looks painful. Come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
No, that's really too much. Like I said, I'm fine.
Don't argue, just come along. You look ghoulish.
Yeah, Caspar, you don't... Pride isn't worth it, man.
Huh?
Maybe it's worse than I thought. Yeah, whatever. It can't hurt to have it looked at.
Or is something else going on here?
There! That should do it. You'll be alright now.
Hilda, you better not.
Great. Thanks, Hilda. I had no idea you were so good at this.
I always tended to my big brother's wounds, so I have lots of experience.
Well, that makes sense. You know, you attend to a girl's wounds.
I'm curious, though. Why are you always getting into fights? You really got hurt. Surely it would have been better not to bother.
It's not like I go looking for fights, and I'm not always the one who starts them. There are just a lot of guys in this world who won't listen to reason.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to beat some sense into them.
But it's not an absolute.
So that's why you're always picking fights. Why not ignore them, or ask someone else for help?
Maybe that's how you'd handle it, but I can't just look the other way.
How very gallant. But maybe you should try showing a little restraint.
You really think that?
Yes, I do. I don't think you can solve all your problems by throwing a few punches.
I agree.
The world's a big place. At this moment, all over Fodlan, countless people are in some kind of trouble. But they'll figure things out one way or another, even without you there. Try to hold back and see what happens. Maybe you'll be surprised. Besides, if you're always picking fights, you might get so badly injured that you can't protect me.
What?
Now that's a good point right there. I guess I could give this whole restraint thing a shot.
To be honest, Casper, I think Hilda could beat you in a fight. Don't listen to her. I mean, she's second in command. I would think all of them would be pretty strong. And last, but certainly not least, Edelgard and Manuela.
That song.
Oh, hello, Edelgard.
Did she used to hear it as a child?
Professor Manuela, that song you were humming. I feel as though I've heard it before, long ago. And I'm sure it was you singing it back then. At the Opera House in the Imperial Capital, perhaps.
Makes sense. She would, go out and see the opera. I mean, the Imperial family. Makes sense.
Why, yes. You must have seen me there. I am flattered you would remember it.
I mean, it's in Enbar. We literally saw it.
I performed with the Middle Frank Opera Company in Enbar on numerous occasions.
So it was you. I went to that performance with my uncle.
You did?
I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night, he took me to seek asylum in the kingdom.
Really?
When I returned to the Empire several years later, you had already retired.
Oh, that's a shame. So you only got to hear me sing once?
Sadly, that's correct.
Yet you still remember it, even the melody of the song I sang. I'm honored.
That's how much of an impression your voice left on me. I must ask, why did you retire so soon? You could have continued for another 10 or 20 years.
Do I know that?
Indeed. Many singers perform for decades. But that wasn't for me. I wanted to go out on top.
Gotcha.
My voice is a gift from the goddess. However, as all things do, it will decline with age. One day, I will lose that gift. And so I decided I needed to learn to survive without it, long before that day came.
That makes sense.
I needed to prove to myself that I can live on, even after my voice returns to the goddess.
So despite your belief in the goddess, you wish to live by your own strength?
Well...
It's hard for me to explain. The goddess supports me both spiritually and emotionally. Everything else is up to me.
I'm assuming that's different than what Rhea teaches. Oh, I gotta finish that. Okay, and the rest are supports I've already seen that I'm not bothering to reclaim at the moment because I'm realizing that my points are crucial.
Professor...
Well, what I mean by reclaim, I mean that using my points.
Indeed.
But I'll certainly just get them normally. Okay, well, with that being said, I'll admit I was hoping for a lot more from this, but looks like I won't get. I really didn't get anything. The Battle of Gronder Field won't really be much either. Like, the battle is just the battle. So looks like we're gonna be like in a lull for a moment. Not many more supports I can get either. Many of them are blocked. I got, I think, probably 3 more max I can get with Edelgard, and for Hubert, 1. And that's it. That's it. So, well, at the very least, things will go smoother. I can just move on to the next episode after grinding for a bit. So, with that being said, this has been Blade. Thank you all so much for watching, as always, and I will see you all next time. And now it is time for the question of the day, and it didn't occur to me while I was recording the episode, but I actually had assumed when I played the Golden Deer that Monica joined the team somehow, and either that or had interaction with the rest of the class. But it seems like all they did, even if you played the Black Eagles, is they just added some additional voice lines, and in my opinion, that made Monica even more suspicious. Wants to do the best so she can graduate, but she's not going to participate in any assignments. You know, I'm not sure if you guys know, but in previous Fire Emblem games, you can play as characters that just show up for like a brief bit of time that either may die or they turn out to be the villain in the end. Or maybe it's just a one-off map. So for me, hearing those words and I'm in the Black Eagle house, there is no bigger red flag than you're not a playable unit, yet you join the class, especially after Flame joins the class. Now granted, the story is that Monica's been gone for over a year. Even still, with the attitude combined with you're not joining the class, it's highly suspicious. So that is where I come with the one. Do you think they should have made it a little less obvious about Monica's intentions? You know, something similar to Edelgard, or perhaps will Monica being a traitor throw off Edelgard's reveal later? Like, let me know what you think about that. And the second thing, which is kind of like a part 2, is do you think that Monica should have been playable if only for a brief amount of time? And I'm assuming, you know, they are using resources. Maybe they added resources here, then it took away from something else, or maybe delayed the release date of the game, something like that. As my thing is, they already had a model. Like, before Crying transforms, you see Monica as an assassin. Though I guess maybe they would also have to implement, like, she would be able to fight Solon and the Death Knight, you know, that maybe they would have some more voice lines. But would that be such a bad thing? Because her character barely shows up compared to Tomas, who's been in the monastery, you know, talking, or... Well, actually, Thales barely shows up as well. But anyways, I'm just getting a general feel now that I know that no matter what route you're in, Monica stays on the sidelines, and the Black Eagle class doesn't really know her. I think the big thing is just Edelgard and Hubert. So, with that being said, please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.